Get going. July 31st, Investment Advisory Committee meeting to order here in the Commissioners' hearing room. Roll call: Treasurer Sam Lamacusa here. Commissioner Cantamalesa
Here.
Commissioner Malloy absent. Commissioner Frenchco absent. Clerk of Courts Allen. Others in attendance would be Miss Gearhart from the Treasurer's Office. Accept minutes of the April 24th, 2024 IAC meeting. Motion to accept the minutes.
Make that motion.
Cantamalesa, second Allen. Roll call: Cantamalesa,
Yes.
Allen, Lamacusa, yes. That bring us to item number 3, review of second quarter investment reports given by Ms. Gearhart.
Good morning, everyone. I have provided each of you at your desk a copy of the second quarter reports if you'd like to follow along with me. The first item in your packet is the transmittal letter. It details the contents of the reporting package as well as who may have affected transactions on behalf of the investment authority for the period of the reports. I'm going to review and highlight, as always, the various reports in the packet. And if you have any questions, please feel free to interject, and Treasurer Lamacusa and I will do our best to address them. So if we can move on to page 1, it is a summary of investment balances for the month end June 2024. It reflects that we had approximately $145.9 million invested. The bulk of the reports that we're going to review address CDs and securities, so I'd like to take a moment to let you know where the Star Ohio rates are and the Fed funds rate. These rates for Star and the Fed funds are not in your packet. With regards to Star Ohio, a year ago at the end of June 2023, the rate was at 5.28%. At the end of the third quarter in September, it had increased to 5.56%. And at the end of 2023, it had increased to 5.58%. Since then, we have seen a decline At the end of the first quarter, we were at 5.47. That is where it had held for the end of April. At the end of May, it went down to 5.45, and that is where it was at the end of June. At the end of this month, actually, as of yesterday, it is at 5.43%. Now, with regards to the Fed funds rate, it currently is at the range of 5.25% to 5.50%, and that is where it was moved to last July. The Fed has a meeting yesterday and today. It is not expected that they will make any changes to it at that meeting today. However, it is possible that they may make decreases in the future, and we may know more about that after their meeting concludes this afternoon. Now let's move on to the second report in your packet. It is the quarterly CD interest history, and as you can see, there was nothing to report with regards to CD interest. Page 3 is the CD purchase report, and there was nothing to report for that either. And then page 4 is the CD inventory report, and there were no transactions or balances to report for the quarter. Now we're going to go on to page 5, which is the first of our security reports. It is a quarterly security interest history. It reflects that there were 26 payments posted during the quarter, giving us interest received of $245,640.28 during the quarter. The low rate was 0.35%, and that was on a security that was maturing. And the high rate was 6%, and that was on a security that was called. So unfortunately, we no longer have that one. If we move over to page 7, it is the purchase report, and there were no purchases of securities during the quarter. Pages 8 through 12 is the inventory report for our securities, and you can see at the top in red, it details our maturities and calls. 1 million matured and 1 million was called in April. 1 million matured in May, and then there were no calls or maturities in the month of June. The remaining securities there are listed in outstanding order of maturity, and we actually had 2 items that matured in July, and we'll have a couple items maturing in August. If we flip over towards the end of the report on page 11, you'll see that we ended with a book value at the end of the quarter of $52,775,000. And on the right there, you'll see how much interest was posted in April, May, and June, bringing our year-to-date interest received for the securities to $488,055.56. Page 12 shows what has occurred with the balance of the securities. The previous quarter balance had a book value of $55,775,134.72. Less 1 million that was called, 2 million that matured, and then $134.72 in amortized, purchased, accrued interest, bringing our book value to $52,775,000 at the end of the quarter. The bar graph on the right there shows our maturity schedule that we have currently, all the way to a little bit that is maturing in July and August out to 4.5 years from now. And our max generally that we can invest in is 5 years. Page 13 is our interest versus fees comparison. It shows that we had Huntington and Farmers Bank fees posted during the year totaling $3,177.17 as of the end of June. Now, with regards to our interest revenues, as you recall, back in April, Treasurer Lamacousa submitted a letter increasing the interest estimate for 2024 to about $5.2 million. Our actual receipts of $3,012,246.26 at the end of June reflect that we are currently on track to meet that budget amount. We will actually be submitting a letter to the auditor today to increase the estimate for 2024 to approximately $5.6 million. And this is due to the rates not declining as fast as previously anticipated. We will continue to monitor and revise our estimate as needed to reflect the changing economic conditions and of course, provide you any updates at our next meeting in October. The last item in our packet is our daily Form 6 for the last business day of the quarter, which was June 28th, 24. The first page of it is just the receipts and disbursements that flowed through the treasurer's office during that day. And then the second page there is the detail of the balances, including the investments that we just reviewed. This concludes the second quarter report. Do we have any questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Motion Cantor Malasa, second Allen, to accept the report. Roll call, Cantor Malasa,
Yes.
Allen. Lamakusa, yes. That bring us to old business. I have none. New business, I have none. There is no open committees to report. Brings us to public comment. No public comment. Motion Allen for adjournment, second Cantor Malasa, roll call, Allen. Cantor Malasa,
Yes.
Lamakusa, yes. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, sir.